Welcome back to another Sport Nation and Hockey Nation live show with Coach Frenchy, directly for the Beautiful Country Talent on Amazing Great Saturday, June 27, 2026. This is day number 2 of the NHL Draft 2026. It's directly from Buffalo, and we'll see what could happen on the day number 2. We complete day number 1 already yesterday. It was an amazing, great first round overall. And if you watch my channel, we already did a video about the resume of the winner and the loser of the day number 1 and NHL. Of course, the big news was honestly the Toronto Maple Leafs select number 1 overall, Kevin McKenna. That will be an amazing, great pick for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That will stabilize, of course, their team to be better, honestly, with Kevin McKenna and the top 6 for upcoming season 2026-2027. McKenna should be part of the Toronto Maple Leafs already next season at 18 years old. But there are other stories during that trade, during that day. It was the Blue Jays that get Mason McDavid, and then the New York Rangers got Pavel Torofiev. That was the big news of the trade during that NHL draft. Day number 1, you have JJ Peterka was straight to the Boston Bruins, and they have also Torofiev signed 7 years at $11 million per year with the New York Rangers. They have other signatures like Brent Clark for the Los Angeles Kings. You have Brett Kulak for the Colorado Avalanche. Spence with the Ottawa Senators, Tony DeAngelo with the New York Rangers. They have all signed new deal with their own team. They have a lot of teams move up, move down during that NHL draft yesterday. One of them was Montreal Canadiens, select 26, Jaleb Pakinchev, the big 6'3", 200 pounds, been a really good players playing in MHL, VHL, KHL, and would be interesting what he's going to do. Number 2, we still a couple of players still available on the second round, could satisfy many players and many teams. One of them is honestly Villeneuve, the defenseman, 5'10", 5'11". No doubt in my mind could be select at the top of the 5 next pick. We see Vancouver, Chicago return now on the deck to start the day number 2 of the NHL Draft 2026. And now people asking me where the Montreal Canadiens are going to select. Montreal Canadiens, let me go right there. If you don't mind, I'm going to give you everything here. And I'm going to give it to you right here. Jaleb Bukachiev is the name of the player of Montreal select, 6'3". And I'm going to remove a couple information. This is what I did a video earlier about these players. There we go. Montreal select 61, 93, 103, 125, and 189, 224, 21, and 224. One this start, guys, but you have, of course, very quicker compared to yesterday. They don't give a lot of time for the team. It's going to be back and forth quickly, and we're going to give you all information what's going on here. Now, people asking me, what are you going to do today, Coach? How long you been here? I don't know how long I'll be here. I did not know that, but the Black Menu is closed tonight. All the bar is closed in Pattaya and Thailand. It's an election day tomorrow, and they close the bar at 6 p.m. tonight until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So, honestly, I'm going to be there a little bit more longer today, and then I'm going to return for the World Cup tonight at 7:30 p.m. watching the Colombia versus Portugal. We're going to have a resume of the weekend of NHL Draft tomorrow night, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Watch. Don't forget tomorrow the big game of the Team Canada play again South Africa. 3 o'clock p.m. going to do the World Cup play-by-play here. This this channel. Let's see what we got here. Where Nicolas is in the house today. Welcome. About this, je ne suis pas surpris que Xavier Villeneuve n'ait pas été petit sur. Il n'y a pas beaucoup c'est rare que les choix de petits défenseurs sont choisis dans la première ronde. C'était une exception yesterday. Len is one of them. But normally, they are the big defensemen get out of the first round. That said, Villeneuve is going to be a very good player. So Zeb Jarvis, shoulder surgery for the Canadiens. He's going to be out for 4 to 6 months, by the way. This news get out of the Canadiens a couple of minutes ago. So take a note about this. Out for 4 to 6 months. Zeb Jarvis, the winner of the Stanley Cup. RJ Cabro is in the house also. And that's what we got there. We just wait for the day start there. I don't know whether you watch the draft. I'm right now on the Sportnet live at this moment. Werenski look like he's on the market for the Columbus Blue Jacket. This is another one to watching what could happen. The Flyers are looking to get Zach Werenski. Two other players could be traded. Jason Robinson for the Dallas Star and Connor Hellebuck. Not a new news. We already knew about this. Just give us some update of what could happen for both of them. Thanks so much, RJ Calabro. Canucks on the clock. And 26. If Larkin agree to play in Montreal, go use Eisenman could make a deal. Everything is possible, but Larkin was not on the request of the Montreal. I think Montreal tried to get Marchenko for the rumor we heard, but we'll see. This is all the pick we got yesterday. And the NHL, McKenna, Stenberg, Malhotra was the first three picks by Toronto, San Jose, and Vancouver. Then Buffalo select the first defenseman of the next four picks, defenseman, with Rudolph, followed by Schmidt, Carroll, and Reed. Very interesting, Buffalo. Disappointed for me. Buffalo keep their pick after they lost many players. I don't understand what Marc Bergevin did over there with the new GM, but they look like they want to rebuild. Look like Buffalo again. But we have to wait what they're going to do. How long the clock? It depends. I think it's only 2 minutes or 3 minutes maximum, and they go faster after that. Nicolas, go Canada, go. What a great night last night and hockey. Day number 2. Like I said, Zach Jarvis is going to be out for shoulder surgery for 4 to 6 months. This is the last news in NHL this morning. I cannot wait to see who Montreal picks. Yeah, we have to wait. What happening there? Montreal select 61 overall pick on this round. Vancouver have 2 picks on this round. Chicago have 34 and 37. Now we have to wait what happened. The Vegas pick number 63 was forfeit, by the way, on the second round. Welcome, my friend. The first round of the NHL Draft. Each team has 3 minutes on the clock. Jason, maybe the 4 pick is someone. Winnipeg, one rumor or a deal was closed yesterday. Yeah, it's one rumor for sure. Jeff, draft was better last year overall. I feel still too long, but better, yes. But still, they have to come back like it was before because it was not. It was too long. 4 hours. Too much dead time, in my opinion. Here we go. Bill Dilly is going to run this day today. We have to wait. What are you going to do? I think Montreal, for the circumstance, did very well. They select great players at 26. They move up the 2 step, 2 pick, and I think they did overall pretty good, in my opinion. Vancouver's be on the clock now. Here we go. We have the clock 2 minutes on this one. RJ Gabo. Here we go. The first pick of the day number two, is Brooks Rokoski. Big 6'7", 235, um, 18 years old. That was a selection we expect to be very, coming for Rokoski. Many experts put him on the at the bottom of the first round. 42 point last year, 46 game with Oshawa. Projection to be a middle, a bottom six forward. Big, strong players. Skate well for his size at 6'7". Many compare for Dean Letourneau. This is a little bit better player, in my opinion. Of course, the size is big. I think Vancouver did a very good job to select him after they got Morozov and Malhotra. So Chicago now always on the clock. Chicago didn't have a first round pick yesterday. It was trade to the Buffalo Sabres for Biram. The Chicago Blackhawks select Xavier Villeneuve, the defenseman, the 5'11", 164, age 18 years old. Villeneuve was all tried to be on the bottom of the first one also. It was just a question of time before he got the draft, honestly. And Villeneuve, another left defenseman, played with Armada last year. Very good defenseman, dynamic, exceptional talent. And very mobile defenseman. This is a good pick for Chicago. They have Biran right now. Now they add another defenseman like Villeneuve. So the Chicago, they select another defenseman. They have many defensemen on this organization. And the Devil are on the clock. That's going to be quick, guys, all day long on this one. If you have any question, let me know. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Day number two. Try to pick up any information or notification. And next four picks, Devils, Calgary, Chicago, et Seattle. Devils still waiting for the pick. Still waiting. That's the reason we have no action, guys, about this. Rokoski and Villeneuve are the two first pick of the day number two. One by Chicago and one by the Vancouver Canucks. And Antoine says trade. Still waiting. Wow. Chicago is on the clock. Devils got two picks from Chicago. The pick number 37 and 117. And that will be the trade between both. So Chicago are back to back on the clock. Definitely looking for a forward, no doubt in my mind. Can they select Rock, the brother of the another Rock that select yesterday? Would be interesting. I think Chicago should looking for a big body and now at that moment. But we'll see what Kyle Davidson is going to do. Um, they sent in Rand Roebuck from the Niagara and the OHL. Here we go. 6'3", 210, exactly what I just said. They're looking for a big body. Rand Roebuck was considered 1 year ago to be selected on the top 15 on the projection, but obviously a very bad year. Put him out at the first round. Was expected a bit more. I think for me is consistency need to be better. Me for his body, he need to be more physical. Defensive zone struggling a little bit, but he can put the puck. Hockey IQ is pretty good also. Good quick release for him. But like I said, we was expect more for him of his year draft. Did not turn to be that way. And that's the disappointment of his season, reflect the reason he got selected only on the second round. And Chicago get Villeneuve and Roebuck at that moment. And that will bring now the Calgary Flame on the clock. Jeff just as big as Gleb. More offense, yes, but not physical like like the bulldozer of the Russia. Gleb is an amazing, great physical player. Chicago also get Andrei Burakovsky 2 days ago. Calgary select Jace Harrington at the pick number 36. Played with Spokane last year. He has 57 points in 61 games. Bring some kind of physicality during the game. Good hands. And on for him, Harrington was a selection of the Calgary at the pick number 36. That would bring now the Devils on the clock. Devils select from the Everett Silvertip, Matsis Van Hanen, left winger for him. 5'11", 180 from Finland. Considered to be positioned a third line forward. He has 87 points in 62 games last season. Pretty overall, pretty good on different asset of his game. Um, Big body, like I said, and Good selection. Played with the Team Finland at the last World Cup junior. And 26 can be big and not play physical. Yeah. On the clock, the Seattle Kraken, followed by Pittsburgh, Florida, and Vancouver. We're going to go slowly, properly, the right way. USA HL national team. They select Casey Miltrin, under 6'3", 206 pounds, a young player. He's only 17 years old. Should right winger, like I said. This was his name. It was mentioned to be maybe at the end of the first round. Um, Montreal was really close to get him. They was thinking about him. He was the captain of the USA at the U18 World Championship. Big body, power forward, has really good hands and tie. Finish the play. Playmaker, not afraid to go in front of net. And good selection for the Seattle Kraken with Casey Matrin. Again, another big forward, 6'3". Pittsburgh select Marcus Rock, the brother of the other, was select yesterday. 39 overall pick, 6 foot, only 164. Marcus, a little bit, I think Liam is a little bit more upside hockey. But Pittsburgh select Marcus Rock, a center. Very offensive players. We know what he accomplished in WHL last season with his brother. With Bryce Pickford for the Medicine Hat Tiger Medicine Hat last year. And Pittsburgh tried to bring more offense with this team. Carl Dubas selection. Pittsburgh select Marcus Rock. Marcus left, should have left. Right for Liam. 108 point Marcus, 104 for Liam. His brother was select 22nd overall pick. Here we go. Both brothers are out of this. Both supposed to play one more year junior hockey, then college after that. Luc Lavorson, bonjour, bon matin. Luc. Now, the Fleury Panthers, pick number 40 on the clock. Here we go. The selection is out. They get Simas Inatavicius, a right winger, 6'3" again. You can see, guys, the first, eight pick, 7, 8 pick, big body, Matrin, Robrock. Now we got another 6'3" for him. Look like, compare him, the projection to be another Alex Stock. A little bit concerned about this. I'm not sure about this. His physicality not bad at all. Transition a little bit average, but his playmaking is pretty good overall. On the clock de Vancouver Canucks. Mais encore plus plate que qu'hier. Mark Elliott, welcome in the house. Coach and all, 1-0 Belgium. There we go. Nicholas Aram Olsen, left winger, select 41, 6 foot for him, 185 pounds, 40 point, 29 game with Orebro and Swindon Junior. Projected to be a third line forward in NHL, trade for the after the rush, shoot first approach, good hands. His hockey IQ very good. A good skater. He need to improve his defensive zone. That's normal at this age, but he can beat the defenseman very well, protect the puck, and Olsen was underplayed. Could be on the top or the bottom of the first round yesterday, and they got selected by the Vancouver Canucks by the Sidon brother. Everybody, welcome in the house. Mark, at least it's faster. Yeah, it is. On the clock, the Carolina Hurricane, followed by Colorado, Devils, and the Ducks. The Carolina Hurricane announced Zach Jarvis will be out for a minimum of 4 to 6 months. Ah, welcome in the house. Don't forget, everybody, to click on the likes. Always remember this only 10% of players of these players drafted make the NHL. Of course, it's faster, less time, and between picks. 3 minutes each pick. I think for me, Jeff, it's just the too many speech yesterday. The GM awards not necessary. The Lenny McDonald, the conversation, the speech not necessary. The Patrice Bergeron Stanley Cup not necessary. Just too long. This NHL draft should be about 3 hours the first day. The Canadian Hurricane is still on the clock. The time is up. Maybe another trade. Can the Devils, the Ducks move up? Luc Lafortune. Not too many right D available and the second round. No. And usually the defensemen are smaller now. From now, look. I agree. Keep the draft more moving. Less flow. Yes, I agree with you, Jeff. Trade alert. Good morning, Canadian. The Carolina Hurricane trade their pick for the Calgary Flame, 51 and 68 in return to Carolina Hurricane. And Calgary are back on the board for the second time. They select Chase Harrington. Good morning, Mr. Canadian. Maybe when Winnipeg and Detroit make the trade at trade deadline, tell Adibaka and Larkin. Calgary Flame select a 42 overall pick. Tobias Treball, the first goaltender of this first goaltender of this NHL Draft 2026. Play, UCHL. 6'4", 198. Catch the puck with the right hands. Play the Youngstown Phantom, the same thing it was with Jacob Fuller. Have 42 games last year, 2.12, 916. Very good athleticism and quickness about this goaltender. So the first goaltender, Calgary move up to get that goaltender, Tobias Treball. Colorado is on the clock. Nurse one out of the Edmonton. Colorado select Igor Shilov from QM. Shilov played with Victoriaville last year, if I can recall it. Very good offensive player, very fast players, by the way. 6'1", 137, 82 points, and 63 games with Victoriaville. Super skill, is smart, carry the puck with ease, very agile skater, dynamic player, guys. This is a very smart hockey players. Great a great power play player, by the way. So Colorado select Igor Shilov. New Jersey return on the clock for the second time. Randy, welcome in the house. There goes Shilov. Thanks, Rudy. Don't forget to click on the likes. And we six select Nurse is going to Pittsburgh if others return at least $2 million. Interesting. And take Graves back. Ouch. I don't know why Oilers would do that. On the clock, the Devils. Devils, Ducks, Kings, Detroit, and Panthers. The next five pick on the clock. We are still on the second round. Now the clock it take go down. Possible Devils. Devils select Nikita Sherbakov, defenseman, play maybe an NHL, I believe. And Pittsburgh don't need a nurse, and they want to down Graves. But why the Oilers would like to get Graves? Anaheim Ducks select from high school in Minnesota. Um, Jaden Kirks, another defenseman, two defensemen back to back. And then the Kings are on the clock. Play in the high school. Kurtz. Mark, you really did your homework. Have only heard of 20% of these players. Maybe this is going to be very interesting pick. Now we have to move with Russian Kings. Sometimes I don't have to. I cannot talk with players. Too many things going on. Here we go. Liam Lefebvre. This is what the pick I believe Montreal was looking for. A center, 6'3", 201 pounds, and now Lefebvre is over age. Well, not over age, but is a 19 years old. Was not drafted last year. Lefebvre played with Chico Smith. What a great year he has, and he has 59.59 game. Play every game, a crazy game. Um, Look, this is the kind of players the Montreal was targeting. Very good playoff, by the way, with Chico Smith this year. Um, Size-wise, 6'3". He need to improve his skating, in my opinion, to get a better possibility to make the NHL one day. But I think the Kings have a good selection of Liam Lefebvre, and they hope he can develop one day with an NHL. A bit very good pick, I believe, for Lefebvre. Oh, mom looking good. The Detroit Red Wing is on the clock. Here we go. Detroit Red Wings select Victor Plant. Um, the USHL, I think Plant is the brother of other Plant that played, here we go, playing the University, NCAA. And second round, 5'10", 165 for Victor Plant for the national program. Play 57 game at USHL, 48 point. This guy go always every shift hard, but this was been the family of Plant. Both brother, they always been great offensive player, but they don't know they work hard. Obviously, their size has been only the big question about them. Both brother are small, 5'10", and we'll see if Plant can make it one day. Select by the Detroit Red Wings. Chicago. Blackhawks, welcome. Well, I don't think I would like the Hawks picks. Any reason? I think their pick was pretty good overall. Panthers, Kings again. Kings select earlier Elton Hermanson from Modo, a 19 overall pick. Buffalo select Morozov. Thanks for the likes. Panthers now select the Panthers select Ryder Kelly, 6'2 again. Young prospect is only 17 years old. 214 pounds for Kelly. Kelly played um, in Switzerland. He was born in Switzerland, by the way. Projected to be a bottom six forward. Is a two-way forward. Physical, pretty good. Defensive is pretty good. Hockey IQ, skating. He need to improve a bit more his offensive zone as a prospect. And we have to wait what he's going to develop one day. Play with Norway last year. Good hands, by the way. To be honest with you, but still, there's a young player, only 17. He played all year long. His turn is, but I think his birthday is in July. So it's a young prospect and good select for the for the Florida Panthers. The Kings coming now. And 26, Carlson will eventually be a trade. 1 year left on his deal. Here we go. The Kings go with the Czechia players. Adam Kolger, defenseman. 6'1", 200 pounds, shot on the right, 18 years old. Um, this is a good skater. Could maybe play one day and as a third pairing defenseman. Uh, Mobile is really mobile with a puck. It's the new style of the defenseman in NHL, right? Can attack, can play very well, but it's not physical. This player is a play on the World Cup, by the way, with the Czech team. This is the only thing I would be a little bit concerned for the from him, but we have to wait what you see on the clock. And I'm Ducks. Do you think? Here we go. Mrs. Preston is out finally, 50. Do you think there is a chance someone will offer sheet Jason Robinson? No. I think the Dallas is going to trade him. It's a question of time to find a new base, a new area. Look, this kid is fast. For me, played Vancouver last year in the WHL, 44.46. He's maybe not play. I think he played with some kind of injury early in the season. Um, Play with Team Canada. We're on the U18. The expectation was a little bit better before the season start. He dropped at the second round, but this is a player that's not afraid to go in front of net, work hard, need to develop, honestly, his skating overall. But I think this is a good pick for the Anaheim Ducks to get Matsis Preston at this time of the draft, he tried to get a home run. We'll see what he's going to do. The Canadian Canadiens now finally are on the clock. Robinson turned down the Seattle Kraken. William Atkinson, this is a big defenseman, guys. 6'5", 217. I think he's going to be picked earlier and that early in the second round, to be honest with you. 18. A big defenseman. This is where they are, the Canadian Canadiens. He's really good on defensive zone. It's more like a back defenseman compared on offensive side of his game. The best way he can go is the second pairing. Shot need to be improved. He played the SHL last season. Again, big body for me. And Atkinson is a player you're going to watch him, how he's going to develop next season. I think this is a great pick by the Canadian Canadiens. There's always been a team that can select players, honestly. And that's not afraid to use his body. Could be best second pairing or worst third pairing. Defensive home defenseman, to be honest with you. Edmonton is on the clock. Anybody heard about the new player for Montreal Canadiens? Any news? Anything you want to hear? What you heard for the last 24 hours? That you check what kind of players he get for the Montreal Canadiens? Parguchev, 6'3", 200 pounds, playing the NHL last year. Are you surprised Montreal select that players? Which player do you compare him and NHL? If you watch my video, I explained everything there. It was released early this morning. And let me know. Edmonton Oilers is on the clock. Flyers, Pittsburgh, and Calgary after Edmonton. Don't forget, we are back for the World Cup tonight, 7:30 p.m. We're going to do the game between Colombia and Portugal. I don't know what I expect, if they're going to use their player or not. Portugal is second. Colombia is first with 6 points. Portugal is 4 points. I don't know if they're going to use Ronaldo. Colombia is going to use his best players. Match day 3, many teams protect their players, and like Norway. So it would be interesting what they're going to do. Mark, watch some clips of our Russian kid. He hit everything. A little while. You're absolutely about this, guys. Trade alert. During the time, guys, I'm going to show to you guys what he looked like. Parguchev. Tampa Bay is on the clock. Trade their pick 58 to move on to 52. They gave the pick 130 something in return.
И потом уже не оставил шансов голкиперу.
Лока выиграл вбрасывание. Четвертая тройка. Лока
остается в зоне чайки, и бросок не получился. Плесовских.
Однако владение Марата Сабитова. Чайка выходит из-под давления, сразу пас вперед, но без продолжения. Хороший.
Забирают ярославцы подбор. Кузнецов пропускает.
Аполинский. И бросок Федорова. Мы уже вспоминали, как...
Вбрасывает Кирилл Стеклов. Никита Ишимников.
в среднюю зону.
Но шайбой овладел и даже смог бросить по воротам игрок «Чайки».
The kid can hit, to be honest with you. Boom! Another one.
Забирает шайбу. Ну, как-то нехотя сейчас Чайка атаку начинала. Хороший силовой.
Измайлов и Муллеров на данном этапе игры пару обороны «Чайки».
Два номера. Андрей с шайбой. Земчонок. До красной линии добрался защитник. Ну а дальше...
По игрокам «Чайки», но сейчас все, уже момент заигран. И
This kid can hit, ladies and gentlemen. Does not afraid. Great selection for the Montreal Canadiens. Oleg Kulipiakin is a selection of Tampa Bay Lightning. We have a trade, the leave trade Carlo to the St. Louis Blues. Danny and the net coach leave our confusing team. Go Habs go and play in St. Petersburg, but play with Halifax, born in St. Petersburg. 73 points, 64 game. Offensive, very good, but no physicality, to be honest with you. 5'10", 178. They like the Tampa speed, and that's what you got from him. But the physicality is not really good for him. It's not really there for him. Play with the most at the Halifax. Most head. Now we have a trade. I don't know what they got in return Toronto for the St. Louis Blues. Larry Lavalley. Definitely good with the body. Check Larry Lavalley. It's il a pas froid aux yeux. Non. And the Flyers select a Brek Liski, another defenseman. Play with Everett, silver tip, 24 points and 52 game. Very good transitional defender. Cap control, great. Very good, more on the defensive side, I will be honest with you, compared to the offensive side. But I think as a third pairing, Liski could be that kind of players, honestly. Now, I'll be honest with you guys when I'm thinking about the new player for the Montreal Canadiens. Every time I watch the clips, I watched maybe 1 hour yesterday. I'm going to give you a name. I know you're not going to be agree with me. So come on, coach. But this is a type of players could become Vorokov, Vorokov, I think his last name, for the Columbus Blue Jacket, the number 10. This is the same kind of players, in my opinion. Thomas Calbas got drafted by the Pittsburgh Penguins, another defenseman, small, 5'10", 168. Play for Czechia, I believe. Small, but remember him. He was really mobile last year during the World Cup, if you remember him. We have a trade alert for the Calgary Flame, by the way. Can move the puck, Calvas, but Voronkov, I believe his last name, right? He reminds me a lot, I'm going to be honest with you. Toronto trade with the Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames select, I think it was a trade. You have a trade alert. I think they announced the trade for Carlo for the pick 73 and 79. They got that Alan Checklist Slavov, Checklist Zamov, apologize, a right winger for the Calgary Flame. Thanks, RJ. Pick 73, pick 78, 09. Play and NHL and Russia last season, 35 point, 31 point, 35 1, 34 game, 6-1, 187. There is problem as a very good skater, by the way, but his offensive side is not great. It's for me, it's not sure about that pick, to be honest with you. We have to wait what he's going to do. On the clock, the Boston Bruins, following by Calgary Canadiens and Montreal. Montreal's coming out at 61. But the Leafs now have 4 picks in the third round of this draft. Leaf trade Menton for Carlo, and now Carlo is gone for picks. Leave management. Another player from Russian League, Yuri Ivanov, goaltender, the second goaltender of this draft, I believe. We expect 6 goaltenders to be out of this before the end of the 4th round. On the clock, the Calgary Hurricane. Ivanov was not there. Playing the MHL. A 60 goaltender, 160 pounds. Drafted by Spartak organization and the MHL. Play a couple of games and the V and was straight as one season, by the way. Little person more Russian will be drafted and the next in the near future, yes. Look, we have another trade by the Calgary Hurricane. Peterka to Boston. Considered good players. A good player, Kapanen with Montreal. Some question him. Both players have 22 goals. He played only 1 year with Utah. Was straight for the Buffalo Sabres. Mr. Retired Guy, welcome to the house. Montreal trade. $161 and $125. Here we go. The Habs jumping. Ah. There are so many players that can pick it up. I have no clue, to be honest with you. Wow, they select Montreal Canadiens. Timofey Ranso, defenseman. Just pronounce his name is already difficult. Played with Victoria WHL, 44.68 game. Considered to become a third pairing defenseman. 6'2", 186 pounds. Right shoulder. Physicality is part of this game, but I believe this is a good risk for the Montreal. He have the upside down. He can join the rush. He can have a good shot. His offensive side of the game is a little bit better as a defensive side, to be honest with you. That's what I can tell you about Timofey Ranzo. I see him, but not enough to give you really a lot of comments about that pick. Edmonton select Rudolph Burskalin, or Siskal, Burskal center. 6'4", 205 pounds. Thank RJ. Right shoulder defenseman. Yep, so right. Elite prospect put him at 6'3", by the way. Most of people put him between Jacob Vanecek, get select par le Dallas Star, another defenseman. Was born in California, grew in the Los Angeles Kings AAA program. He was selected by the St. Cloud and played in NHL. Then he played with the Victoria Royals in WHL. He's going to be next year in NCAA with the Miami, Ohio program. Toronto is on the clock. For Toronto, they select Alexander Bilekic, another defenseman. Big 6'2", I believe, if I can recall it on my notes. 6'1", 180 pounds. Defenseman, shoot on the left. I was expecting him more around 75, to be honest with you. His problem for me is his defensive side of the game. He's a good offensive player. Going to rush a lot, but in my opinion, my only concern is really his physical to the game and his defensive side of the game. But this is the new generation of defensemen, right? In NHL, the Quinn Hughes, the Lane Hudson, the Quinn Hughes, the Quinn Hudson, Cole Hudson, those defensemen. The new generation is about forward, is offensive, mobile, very good on shooting the puck, and they are not too much physical, and they are not the defensive side of the game. But this is the new path in NHL. So you're going to get many defensemen like Bilecki, or you got on this NHL draft, to be honest with you. Pick now 61. There was a pick of the Montreal Canadiens got traded to the Canadian Canadiens. With that trade, Montreal Canadiens going to select 7 times today. Steve G, welcome in the house. Steve, do you think Portugal and Colombia are going to sit players or not? They get a singer, Wigo Sorensen from Sweden, the Canary Cane. Great name for hockey player. Wigo, Wigo, Wigo. .5'10", 178. Really good skater. Play on the Sweden 4 league. Not much to tell you about Sorensen. The Flyers right now on the clock at 62. And Miss Melina, welcome, Miss Melina. Martin Solevik, the third goaltender of this round for the Flyers. Pick number 63, remember, is Vegas. It was for fate pick. That would bring out the Rangers. Playing the Czechia Junior. Big goaltender, 6'5", 185. 192 goal again average. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, that selection. But you never know the goaltender what they're going to do, right? So the question for Miss Melina and Steve G, do you think Colombia and Portugal are going to bench a couple of players or not today? The Rangers select Benjamin Macbeth, defenseman, 6'2", 196 pounds, playing the WHL last year. Really good offensive players. 51.67 game with the Calgary Edmund. Two-way defenseman, both on both sides. A really good skater, by the way. That player is no benching. Both team one win to secure the first place. That's good to hear that. I'm going to do the game tonight, 7:30 p.m. Here we go, guys. That's conclude round number 2 of this day number 2 also, by the way. We're going to move on to third round. We're going to start with the Calgary Flame. Again, following by the Chicago Rangers et Calgary Hurricane. And we move on now for the third round of this NHL Draft 2026. Montreal select 93 on this round. And then on the fourth round, they have only one pick now. It's 103. So we get still 40 pick before we get there. Now, some of you asking me, maybe you question myself, said, why you still here, coach? You're supposed to be at the Black Menu. But we have election tomorrow. I did not know that. I heard this afternoon. So we have election here in Thailand. So when they have election, it's 24 hours. They close the bar. So everything is closed between 6 p.m. Saturday night until Sunday night, 6 p.m. So all the cheese right now are looking around and they're just walking around. The Calgary Flames select Joe Igella, right winger. Chicago Blackhawks is on the clock. Stan the man. Good morning, Stan. On the stat on Tipofui Ranso. Yes, I can give it to you. He played with the Victoria Royals last season. He has 44 point and 68 game with 11 goals for the defenseman. The Elite Prospect put him as a 6'3". The NHL put him at 6'2", 106 pounds. He's a right defenseman, oriented more on the maybe could become one day at the third pairing. Not much physical, but be honest with you, I did not have a lot of information about him. If I watch him play, not really. He came for the program by Lesson Kings, a triple program. Then he went to the NAHL. The NAHL is a junior league in USA under the USHL. He played for St. Cloud, and then he moved for the first year. It was his first year in the WHL. He moved from USA to go to the WHL. So at 18 years old, 17 years old, it was his year draft. Maybe late, late players, in my opinion. But we have to wait what he's going to be. Expectation, in my opinion, is not too high. He turned 19 July 06, so he was aged out. So 1 year over. Not much, to be honest with you. Joe Igala got selected by the Calgary. We got after that Samu Alaluri, defenseman by Chicago Blackhawks. Another defenseman for Chicago. And the Rangers select the goaltender number 4, Danny Shekiav, for the MHL, I believe. For the defenseman, Chicago, a 6'2", right defenseman, 66 overall pick. Play Shekiav with the Get Snow and the QM. Carolina is on the clock. So I don't know, send that answer to you, my friend. And they should have Votain boot at the black menu. Yes, they should. Voting for the next Buddha, the next croc. Yeah. Honestly, I have no clue how this works. I'm Steve G. I'm liking this Igor Shilav. Yes, he's a very good forward offensive side. Play with Victoriaville. You're welcome, Stan. Luciano, welcome in the house. Here we are again for day 2 of this slow as a turtle draft. Welcome, Luciano. The Canadian Canadiens select the right winger, Zachary Lenzard. We're going to be here, guys, until the selection of Montreal Canadiens at the pick 103. They select 93 at 103, and then I'm going to disappear and then come back for the game tonight. Playing the WHL for the right winger, 6 foot 133. I'm already on my second beer. No, Steve, I'm not sure if I complete my my information, but you're going to like Shilab. Fast players, very offensive players. Of course, not a big body, but not afraid to drive to the net. Really good release, by the way. That's his strength, honestly. But could be a good selection if they consider to be a good pick. Draft on the TV until 2:30 p.m. Draft on the TV until 2:30 p.m. Jeff, get comfy. And the Toronto select again another defenseman, Ethan McKenzie. Was the selection of the Toronto Maple Leafs at the pick number 69. Luciano, and any interesting Habs news on statistical? Not allowed. Nothing for the Montreal Canadiens so far, Luciano. Although they select players. Ethan McKenzie, if you remember him, he played with Team Canada at the World Cup. He's struggling. But third round pick. Dimitri Porishev, another goaltender number 5, select on the first 70 picks, 6-1 for the defenseman Ethan McKenzie, by the way. Stan, do you see any trade today or closer to July 1st? Well, the players are the same conversation, right? 6'2", by the way, Porishev, the goaltender, 194, played in NHL last season. The conversation are the same, Standerman. Is possible Werenski could be traded. The Columbus listening about Werenski. You have the Dallas Star looking for Jason Robinson. Could be possible to get trade at some point. Another goaltender, again, back-to-back, Samuel Renac. The goaltender at 6'3" and 190 pounds by the Winnipeg Jets, by the way. And then you have Connor Adebak conversation. Dylan Larkin is still looking for a new home. The Werenski is really what we're looking for. Playing the USHL with only 9 games for the Slovakia goaltender. Is going to return next season at the USHL, by the way. I think he played with Fargo. If I look at the jersey. That's another big name you have. No news about Vincent Trocheck for the New York Rangers. This is another name on the trade bait. Canada tried to trade Nishikin if they get something big in return. Ottawa finally is on the clock. Now we have 6 goaltenders out. I think Habs will run it back with the same lineup possible. I think for me, they're going to looking for A.G. Greer. They're looking for Marshman on defenseman. She'll have 6'1", 181 center. Lot of skill. Offensive side, he's really good for sure. Roger Bouchard, what to have pick next 93. Adam Nemec, selected by the Ottawa Senator, the left winger. Mark, Steve, 6'11". That would be something play on the basketball. At, at the moment, they select him. It's a good selection, Steve Shilov. Toronto return. They select McKenna and two defensemen, Bilecki and McKenzie, for the Toronto Maple Leafs so far. Zach Olson, a right winger for the Toronto Maple Leafs at the pick 73. I think it's a right winger. Yeah. Play with Saskatoon Blade and the WHL. 34 point at 57 game. Play with pace and physicality. 6'1", 207 pounds. Carlo return on the clock. Doing well, Miss Miller. Thanks so much for asking. Happy Saturday to you too. It's almost Sunday here. The Canada Hurricane. The Canada Avalanche on the clock. Zero Belgium. Beckett Hamilton at center, 5'11", 134 pounds for Beckett Hamilton. Good center. Good offensive side of the game. Play with the Red Deer in the WHL. 62 point and 67 game. Very smart players. Play bigger his size of 5'11". Beckett Hamilton. Exactly, Steve. The Blues return on the clock. And they select Luc Sherrier, defenseman, 6'3", 194. Play with the USHL national program. This is more a defensive players. Could be on the third pairing. Not much on offensive, to be honest with you. On the clock, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Stan. Next, Toronto, Rangers, Vancouver, Detroit, Kings. If the Habs do not a second center and not resign Doc, will the Habs give Owen Beck a chance? But you're going to see at the camp, Vincent Rover, Florent Jacquet, Owen Beck. I believe they are the three players from the Laval could have a better chance to try to make the team as a forward. You're going to see David Rebacker, Adam Ekstrom as the defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens from Laval. And then you have got, of course, Kapanen. Whatsoever Kolbidak is still there. The problem for Owen Beck is the situation of center is a little bit stuck. Another defenseman, guys. This is the third defenseman by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Mans Gudmundsson. 35 game with the team, Sweden Junior. Two-way defenseman. Very good on the cap control. 6'3", 185. Another right defenseman. It's a young player, 17 years old, just turned 18 years old about 2 weeks ago for the defenseman. It, for me, was supposed to be a little bit earlier at the end of the second round, and he pushed back on the 76. I like this pick at 76 for Gudmundsson. The Rangers now is on the clock. Select the defenseman, Jolly Morrison. So that's give you Stan the answer I have for you. For that one, I think they're going to keep Kapanen, score 22 goals. It's not bad at all, but Kapanen is better than Dak move Dak to wings or trade him. They are in negotiation with Budzik and Doc and Jacquet. And play in the QM last season for Morrison with Daschner. A two-way defenseman. Vancouver is on the clock. I don't think so. They are the best team in the game. Another goaltender, Dmitry Evchenko, played at the NHL last year. 6'3", 173 goaltender. Select by the Vancouver Canucks. A retool with Kiru and Talk. We have to wait what we look like Pierre Dubois next year. The last McMichael. I feel for me they don't pick anyone to pick up the spot of John Carlson, but Hughes now Hudson is going to start the season with them. That would change completely the situation for sure. Another goaltender, Michael Orsulak. That's Gabe again, another goaltender. This one for the Detroit Red Wings. 6'4", 224 for Orsulak. Was one of the best goaltender on the NHL Draft, by the way. Played with Czechia at the World Cup. Is catch the puck with the right hands. And a Mike Balmetier. Miss Minute, Zach Olson to the leave. Yes. They select McKenna, Olson. They select also McKenzie. And now they get the defenseman, Mans Gavmanson. 3 defensemen so far for the team, I believe. PW, TVA Sport, not even broadcasting the day number 2. It's only on Sportnet and NHL Network, I believe, PL. Tampa will sign Carlson as a free agent. Yes. Steve G. Chikran, Hudson, both Prodas brother, Sadin, Tak, Giroux, Ovechkin if he return, Strom, Leonard, Beauvillier, et Dubois. I think it was the same thing last year. And the Rangers select, guys, Thomas Franco. This Thomas Franco, at some point, it was considered to be on the second round pick. So the Rangers select a good player center, Thomas Franco. I think it's from Czechia, I believe. The Kings select Blake Zelensky, another center, by the way. And Annemdock is on the clock. The Kings return after that. And Ran Chudzinski, selected by the Anaheim Ducks, is a right winger. Chudzinski. Belgium mark 4-1. With Carlo with the St. Louis Blues, that will give Logan Mailloux to fight for his spot. The New York Canadiens have the piece to get Robinson. Mickey, welcome in the house. Thought on the Calgary so far, not bad. I like the second round pick, Calgary. I don't have it in front of me. I think the last pick was a goaltender. first round pick. It was the first round. It was Carell. Is a good defenseman. I like that selection, to be honest with you, for the Calgary Flames. They select the goaltender, the first goaltender of the day, Tobias Trechal or Trebal. They select the right winger. I'm not sure why they select him. It's Shakila Slamov. This may be not my opinion, but he got Joe Igella after that. You know, when they get Carell, it's already a good pick overall for them. The defenseman they select. Victor, welcome, my friend Victor. Thanks for all the likes. The Minnesota Wild. I think this is the first pick of the NHL Draft 2026. The Minnesota Wild, if I can recall it. They select the center Adam Anderson from Sweden, I believe. Played with the team junior Lexan, 17 point at 30 game, a 5'6'4", a 6'4", 205 pounds. Left shoulder, play center. Very physical, to be honest with you. Play very well on defensive, not much on the offensive zone, but you have a good shot, a good skater. He's very intelligent, smart players. The Edmonton select Malcolm Gastrin. I think Gastrin, brother of the select by the Washington Capitals 1 year ago. Toronto back on the clock. Vladdy is not play like $500 million. No, I think he have four home run. Toronto, after they select McKenna, select 3 defensemen. We'll see what they're going to do now. Pittsburgh, Ottawa, and Boston Bruins. Is it possible we are on the trade alert? Toronto so far select Belinky, McKenzie, and Goffmanson, and the forward Olsen. 30 seconds. So far, look not bad at all, Victor. They're Sharks. They select Juso Anisto, another goaltender. That's pick number 8 goaltender so far. Pittsburgh on the clock. Play in Finland junior team. 6'4", 198. Interesting. I'm not sure about that one, but let's see how he's going to develop. 6-1, Belgium. 5-1. Peas and Mbui. Mbye or Mbui. Born in Mississauga. Play with Owen Sound. 75 point and 68 game. Really strong IQ. Dangerous one-timer release. Pittsburgh select these players. Nicolas. On the clock, Ottawa Senator. I'm going to take a TV timeout here. 2 hours, no timeout. It's time to get a TV timeout. Midnight here in Thailand. So I'll be right back about 3 minutes.
You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Day. You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Day. Princess of mine, what have I done to deserve your royalty? 'Cause when you chose me, a simple man, you just made my day. You made my day. my day. You made my day. Oh, day. You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Oh, day.
It's funny because everything is closed. It's about 20 people sit on the pool area with food and talking because usually they should be at the bar. And the bar are closed. So they're hanging around the pool. That's funny. The Kings on the clock. Boston select Neil Badonson, Oscar Olmertz. Montreal select 93. They are 4 picks. And then they select 103. And then I'll be done for the day. Alexander Karmanov, not sure about that one. Steve, the Sharks are stacking per talent. Stenberg. No doubt. Another goaltender, guys, Igor Redkin. The Tampa on the clock. Select the defenseman, Thomas Kralovic. Or Kralovic, I apologize. Did the Pittsburgh make a trade for the boat brother? Is it a trade? N26? Pittsburgh select boat Rock. Ottawa selects Louis-Félix Bourque. Vegas on the clock, followé par le Montreal Canadiens. I don't know. I just see both brother with a jersey of the Pittsburgh Penguins for the picture. Pittsburgh draft both Rocks. $20 and all right, I got it. I thought the Drummondville play with Drummondville Bourque 6'2", 214, a right winger. Hey, Kane, welcome in the house. The best was between rock and a hard plays. Both gonna be good, but I think Stenberg will end up being the better players on a good luck, PL. They select Benjamin Wilmot as center. Montreal on the clock, 6'1", 19 years old, 188 pounds for Benjamin Wilmot. Play with Barry. 66 point, 66 game. There we go. Montreal on the clock. Select Cooper Cleves, a 6'3" right defenseman, 20 years old for Cleves. Play with the NCA, 30 game, 10 point, shut down plus Leonard, smooth skater, use last frame, and very physical. Born in Connecticut, Cooper Cleves played in NCA last year. Play with the Dartmouth College. Play with the UCHL 2 years ago. His first year in NCA. I don't know. They like to take some time, 19, 20 years old, or 19 years old. Another right defenseman. Columbus on the clock. Columbus, Vegas. Montreal select again at 103. And that will be my last pick of the day. After that, they pick only 221 and 224. They skipped round number 5. The Montreal, I think they have 193, but I think they traded. So, Mr. Nartap, welcome to the house. I'm not sure about this Nartap. Awesome pick. He's a guy play NCAA with Dartmouth. He's a shutdown player, defensive side, 20 years old already. You know, a 6'3" defenseman, 2 pounds, 200 pounds. We have to wait how he's going to develop. Adam, welcome to the house. The problem, Victor, I would just said to you, the Marlins win, but they don't have a lot of prospect for the Marlins there. They have Eastern, Cowan. It's very light. They win because they have many veteran players like Nylander play NHL, Pesada play NHL. It's not like a team like the Buffalo Sabres with a Rochester American example, or the Laval Rocket. But on the flip side, they have McKenna, Radish, and Knights for the upcoming year. My problem for me is skating in Artap. He's not a great skater. If you compare to someone, you have to compare him like Kovacevic, honestly. But I'm not sure if he would play in NHL. He's been a late player. So if you look about his track record, he's been late and at 18 years old and 19 years old. It's just don't show me enough for me. We lack on the shutdown defenseman who is physical at the time. I hope he develop. Yeah. Coach deployed that Vegas select draft a big defenseman for 17 years old. Yes, he's a late, I think he turned, only in July, he turned 18 years old, Adam. Aten Valentini, center, got selected. Valentini, 5'10", 183 pounds. Play with the Michigan NCAA, I believe. Roger. Clave overall rating is on F, not good. That locker room is completely broken. That an atmosphere where Kevin will drive. And we're going to start round number 4. On that one, like I said, I'm going to go all the way to the Montreal Canadiens, select 103, I believe. And then that'll be my last pick of the day. I'll be right back tonight for the game Colombia-Portugal. The Vancouver Canucks select Yaroslav Brizgalov, a left winger. Following by Seattle, Calgary, and Columbus Blue Jacket. Adam, you right about this. It's a risky contract because if you look about his ratio, power play goal versus ratio 5-on-5, it's a risk for sure, Adam. At the end of the day, that's what we are now. On the $9 million, $8-9 million to a couple 2 years ago, it's now $11-12 million. If you score 35 goals A plus. So I agree with you. He will try to capitalize the max he can be. I think Robinson around Rantanen contract, $13 million. That would be the amount I will give to him with the new market, honestly. But it would be risky to give him $15 million for sure. I disagree in our tap. Clave, the star, the player is, like the name you mentioned, but is not the quality, skilled, talented players like the mention you named the name you just mentioned. Uh, Carson Soucy, Luc Shine, and Matt Roy was better players at 18 years old at what Clave is at 20 years old. Deflate, it would get over $10 million and 26. I don't think so. Toronto resigned Matthews. The Florida select Jonas Camps. Not many of them, Roger. They select Victor Fedorov. Now remember, guys, Jason Robinson is not UFA. Um, can sit one more year. Calgary select Igor Barabanov. Good selection, Barabanov. Have 91.68 game in the OHL with Saginaw. I think that's a good risk at 100. (101) Columbus on the clock. Columbus on the clock, followé par Seattle Kraken et le Montreal Canadiens, Boston Bruins. We have a trade. Washington got the pick. Have a good one, PL. T.S. Sparks, center, select by the Washington Capitals. Montreal at 103. Don't forget the game tonight, Colombia, Portugal. Then tomorrow afternoon, we're going to do Canada, South Africa. And tomorrow night, the review of the weekend of NHL Draft 2026, the winner and the loser. And that will carry on us for the rest of the beginning of the week, all the World Cup for during the week. That will also bring us to the UFA July 1st. The Montreal Canadiens are on the rookie camp June 30 to July 2nd. They have a game, I think, the last day, scrimmage. We're going to present that game live also at the same time. So stay tuned. This could be the last week of the summer. Very active for the Montreal Canadiens. Then they're going to disappear for 6 weeks. But I'm not disappear. I stay around. You're welcome, Mark. You should stay. One more pick, the Montreal Canadiens, Mark. Retired guy. Go Habs, go. I don't know why we're still winning. Can you believe it? You still have player and people in front of this stage. We have a trade alert. The Seattle Kraken. The Rangers. The Rangers on the clock trade 2 picks to steal that one. 121 and 148, I believe, on that one. We'll see if they're going to steal the player the Montreal are looking for. Spencer Bowes. A left winger, 6 foot, 172. .67 game with Ottawa and the OHL. It is what it is, right? We see now the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal on the clock. Coach, what do you think of um, not bad for Runso. Another big right defenseman too. I think is a little bit better at Cleves, a little bit more mobile, but I think is also a little bit older. They try to fill up the right defenseman. That's a good news for them. There we go. Do we have a trade alert for the Montreal Canadiens? Hope not. The time is up. So Montreal could have a trade right here. Thanks for the likes. One Week Kings, welcome. Montreal trade GF. There we go. Exactly with our guy. Rosiska, Pateles, Vanderberg, Steiner, Nolan et Burchid. Here's the Rupso of the save. Yes, Colombia should be the best match of the day. To the Kings. Here we go. Montreal get toothpick. And the Kings select Thomas Vanderberg as center. Now we're going to stay until the pick 113, but I'm going to take a break. So don't go nowhere, guys. Stay in the chat, and we'll wait for the Montreal Canadiens last pick 113 before we close the day here. But I'm going to take a break right now here, and don't go nowhere. And we'll see who they're going to select at 113. We still have 9-10 pick before we get the Montreal Canadiens pick.
Keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause
I got Edar Tap. I got notification. Alexei Ovechkin retire. Anybody can check this for me? I don't know if it's true or not. So sometimes I get this for a group chat. So it could be I don't know if it's true or not. Looks like it's not. Detroit is on the clock. Hey, bonhomme, welcome back. Yeah, me too. That's a group chat, so sometimes they make a mistake. They make a joke. Islanders is on the clock. Detroit select Adam Levac. Welcome, Gary Conroy. Thanks for all the likes. They select wait, possible a trade. Islanders select trade with Ottawa Senator. And not trade, but on the clock. The Islanders select Lincoln Quiney. Quiney. Arizona State and NCAA. Defenseman, right defenseman. Six-two, 210. He was the second youngest defenseman. Another goaltender. Ottawa select Elliot Lennon. Have a trade alert. Boston Bruins. Pittsburgh on the clock. Nicolas, welcome back. Pittsburgh select Parker von Richter, a defenseman. Let's sit on the side in the crowd. Big defenseman. Cannabis is on the clock. Exactly, taking 40 seconds of the clock for the Columbus Blue Jacket. Wow, TV timeout. Not a good time. Montreal's coming. Point to Alexa. Monsieur Bonhomme. Mr. Bonhomme will be gone in 10 minutes. We just wait for the Montreal Canadiens select. Then we'll be back tonight. Trade Columbus with the Minnesota Wild. Montreal is on the clock. Caden Lemire is the selection of the right winger for the Minnesota Wild. We are now on the pick 113, followed by the Toronto at 114. Jeez, another commercial. Montreal. Montreal is on the clock. $40 seconds. $20 seconds. Mike Godet, welcome in the house. They are all busy in 26. Montreal make a trade again. Biggest good night. So Montreal get to pick 117 and 123. But now we have to stay longer. They don't want me to go to bed. 117 and 123. Biggest select Jonan Silverstone, Silver Sun. App collecting picks. Silverstone play with Prince Albert. 52 points, 66 game. 6-3, 198. Toronto is on the clock. Victor. Look, it's a conspirac. Get your sleep. Yeah. I'll be back in 4 hours now. The black menu is closed. PW back. En retape. Patrick Blumings, a goaltender. Wow, that's gave about 9 goaltender, I believe, on that NHL draft. 6'3", 203 pounds. From Latvia or Latvia. Yeah. Mammoth is on the clock. Select Carl Axelson. Axelson. De Winnipeg on the clock, followé par le Montreal Canadiens. Thanks so much, Victor. Sure that. The Winnipeg select Zach Wotton. And now the Montreal are back on the clock. Montreal select Brendan Klipke. Another defenseman. Six-foot short on the left. Interesting call. Played for the Blade. Old prospect, turned 19 in October. Nashville select Justin Kraft. Devil on the clock. The Devils select Levar Gashilov. Flowers on the clock. And Lake. And that's all we got, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens. And day number 2 for here at the Hockey Nation Show. I'll be right back for the game World Cup tonight at 7:30 p.m. Hopefully you enjoyed the show today. We try to cover the most we can. You know, at some point this draft is getting longer, long, but I stayed a bit longer. What my expectation was, I thought it could be here only 1 hour, maximum 2 hours. Now we hit the 3 hours, guys. So need to trade for a top 6 forward the off season to compete for the playoff. We're going to see what happening, my friend Gary Connery. Thanks for all of you guys to be at the chat today. We have fun moderators show up during the day. RJ Gabriel was us at the beginning, and all of you, we all appreciate the guys to be a part of the show on this one. Skate well for good edge worker, not bad, left defenseman. You're absolutely right about this. N26, thanks so much, my friend, to be with us all day long. N26, Steve G, also Victor, thanks so much. And again, we'll be back tonight for the World Cup, and hopefully see many of you. Don't forget to be back tomorrow for the Canada game, 3 o'clock p.m. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Be well, BL. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first app or what? Someone said 2026. Claim might rate ahead of claims. Thanks so much, Nortap. You know, we're hanging there. That's the most of the things. That's the channel we do here. So have a great night, everybody. Great day. Hopefully see you at the World Cup tonight. Don't forget, tonight we have a resume of the NHL Draft 2026. Check my video every morning about the NHL. Thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate all of you. And have an amazing, great night. Mon pouille, mon petit Luc. Merci. 4 heures. Bouillard.